What'd you say? That I don't beat you enough?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because I beat all my children.
You don't beat me because I'll punch you back, bitch.
Because you ate my meat.
True.
We're on our way to see this one weird movie. I forget the name of it,
Searching.
but I know the promise. Searching. We're going to go see Searching.
Yeah. I feel like this movie's gonna be shit.
It has like a 73 on Metacritic.
Oh, really?
Which is not, that's like fairly good.
I mean, I'm still going into it with low expectations.
I'm going into it with moderate expectations. I mean, I'm interested on the premise and the way that the camera is shot,
See,
obviously.
I'm more interested on a technical level rather than
exactly.
the actual story.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I mean. The MacBook thing looks interesting.
It's going to be novel, if anything. Kind of like Hardcore Henry. Which that was good on like every
No,
level.
it'll be more like the Unfriended.
That's what I was going to
That's
say.
what it's gonna be more like.
I haven't seen that one.
No one has.
Oh.
That was the one where they were like,
Well,
that's deep web shit.
Good, it's good that you haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
I know. I've seen the trailer for the second one, which looks dumb as hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's the dark web. It's gonna send hitmen after us because we know what the dark web is. It's not how it works. It's not how any of that works. Because you know about it doesn't mean they're going to instantly send a hitman after you.
That is true.
You have to pay for them. They don't do shit for free. It's fucking morons. So school started back up.
I was going to ask both of you how your first weeks of school were, because I forgot to ask last week.
It's been interesting. I don't really. It's just I've just been doing a lot of stuff. That's basically all it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much same for me. I like all my classes for the most part.
Same here.
Professors are all right. This semester is gonna be like a real kick in the teeth. Because last year was all just like, after I finished my major, it was all just like taking intro courses. Now I'm like actually the shit of it. So this semester's gonna be hell.
Yeah, not entirely for me. I'm at the point where everything's just being talked about again, but at a deeper level.
Yeah.
So I can get by with some base knowledge. Just gotta, review a little bit.
Yeah.
The only one that's gonna be a real ass blast is the microbial physiology one. That's just learning about how E. coli does its business.
Is that what's going on in your ass right now?
Probably, actually.
Well, I mean, I may have some ass business coming up soon. I ate ice cream cake that was a month old today, so we're gonna find out how that.
Fuck is wrong with you?
Why?
It was in my freezer and it was the only food that I found, so I ate it.
You live like a cave leech.
I live like a cave leech. Do you want to get into this, Mr. Trash Panda?
I live.
Sorry, Irish Panda, Irish
live
Raccoon, whatever the
like
fuck you
a
are.
jungle leech. I eat all the detritus that is on the ocean, on the jungle floor. You live in an isolated pocket where it's like, oh, that's food? All right, man.
No, that's only on Saturdays.
That's
The rest of the week, I have a very regimented diet, but Saturdays after work is the only time where I can eat whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, okay, I'll eat this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was the only thing available to you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just indiscriminate. I have bounty of food all around me, but I choose to eat the garbage.
True. So Casey, you want to tell the OfferUp story?
Oh,
Okay,
Christ.
so alright, so I put 3 of my glasses up for sale on OfferUp. It was Kong Skull Island, Alien Covenant, and then Labyrinth.
You're selling the vagina glass? The alien glass?
Yeah, I'm selling it. Yeah.
How dare you?
I mean, it's not.
Or I touch myself nightly to that glass.
And that's the reason why I don't want it. But yeah, so I put them up on OfferUp. At first I put them at like 15, but then I like brought it down to 10. So they're at $10 right now. And then, and obviously Quentin was the one that told me about OfferUp. And I look, and this is something that you don't know, Quentin. I look and I see that Quentin like offered up to buy it, right? But I just saw the notification. I was just like, oh, that's weird. Why does he want my glass? He already has a shit ton, and he even told me that he was gonna buy some of his own. Like I don't sell some of his own. I don't really get this, but I mean, if he really wants it, like, I mean, I guess we'll see. And I don't look at the price, right? And then he offers to buy the other 2, right? And then I click on each one, and he offers to buy them for 1 cent. And I'm like, and I just don't do anything. I don't want to give him I didn't want to give you the satisfaction of like trolling me. So I just left it there.
is I hoped you would do that. That way I would get the story from you in person.
Yeah.
Because that is a lot more satisfying for me than the message.
Fuck off.
So thank you for that.
But yeah.
See, I was hoping you were gonna do something like JD Rockefeller shit, where like you buy all of the resources for cheap. That way you own all of the resources, and then
buy
you
all the
resell
Alamo
it.
glasses in the DFW area.
That is exactly right. That would become the sole proprietor of Alamo Draft House glasses. Not even the Draft House is gonna have
just
anymore.
me.
Just
Even
you.
movies that haven't come out yet.
Exactly.
I got them all.
You have bought Mondo's glass making factory. So you own the exclusive rights to it, and you jack that shit way up.
And you're only gonna start producing Greasy Strangler glasses.
Dude,
Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of Greasy Strangler.
Yes.
God damn it.
So in October, they're having their Dismember the Alamo,
Right.
October 27th. Me, Brett, and Duan are going. I didn't even ask you because I know you don't want to go.
Oh shit! I think I'm gonna be sick. that
Yeah, that's
weekend.
why I didn't. See, that's why I didn't ask you.
I've got a very tight schedule.
And me
to break
and-
both of my legs. that
Me
weekend, yeah.
and Brett are going to be dressing up as Big Ronnie and Big Braden,
Fuck off.
and
Jesus.
Duhan is going to dress up as the hot dog man.
Oh, I'm somebody who just dressed up as Janet.
No, man, that's. I was considering saying that, but he's like, I told him either Oinkers or hot dog man.
Do you really think anyone's gonna get that reference?
If there's any place where someone's gonna get it, it's gonna be at this shitty AGFA movie marathon on Halloween.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you gotta be honest
No,
about that.
that's 100% right. Yeah.
See, I just need to find my pink booty shorts and a pink long sleeve shirt now. Like turtleneck.
Yeah, we gotta buy those.
We also need to rent some shoes.
Do you want? I think I'm gonna be Ronnie and you
Oh
be
yeah.
Braden.
Yeah, I figured
Because
that
you got the
because
baby pee.
I got the baby PP and glasses, yes.
Yeah, that's true. That as well. And I'll go to the dentist every month from now until then for like 2 times a month. That way I got those pearly whites.
Those
like,
fucking white
like-
as shit teeth. I'll fuck up my own again.
I fucking hate you both so goddamn.
We gotta
much
be
right now.
perfectly in character. Dude, if you want, I can keep my hair long and I can actually go to the barber and like legit shave like the top of my head and keep everything else.
Yes. Oh my
I will be
God.
perfectly in character for this. And then afterwards I'll just go there the next day and just actually shave it. But
Well, technically, it's not. There's like a little patch, right, like here,
yeah.
and then he's got that, but then everything around that.
Yeah, he's looking like Friar Tuck if he was on meth.
That's gonna be the weirdest request to ask from a barber. Like, hey, can you shave off the part of my head that every bald man universally doesn't want
Yeah,
shaved
I
off?
want you to make me look like my 40-year-old balding man. Please.
Jesus Christ.
Now the real question is, Quinn, are you gonna go as Big Ronnie in normal clothes or disco clothes?
Big normal clothes, because we got to match, man. It's got to be all greasy pink.
It's true. But
When did that parking structure appear?
I actually have no idea. I just saw that for the first time too.
what, you've never seen those inflatable parking structures they have? They just prop up overnight.
See, I thought you were being serious for a minute, and I was
No.
like, what in the hell are you talking about, Brett? I have offers.
I'm just trying. I mean, are you sure you don't want to go in the disco outfit so you can have that giant mouse's
I
head?
am sure.
You sure?
Because see, if I did it, I would buy an actual dead mouse and just like stick it in.
Why are you playing dubstep? Like,
Sorry,
it's
I'll
not-
buy a. Yeah, see, I was gonna make that joke. I was gonna be like, yeah, the album, but no.
They have a little cat right in her crotch. Oh shit, is that the definition of getting pussy? Heyo.
I guess.
That was funny and you know it. Shut up. I am just so excited to dress up as the Greasy Stranglers.
True.
It's gonna be good. So Casey,
Yeah.
how are you gonna be prepped for getting your teeth kicked in? Do you have a schedule built up? Do you have some study plans? Do you have groups?
I
Yes,
do.
I
I have groups.
It's good.
I've got resources. I've got another resource that I'll talk about off of the podcast because I don't think I should say it publicly.
Is it Hey Joe?
What?
It's Heijo.
It is Heijo. Yeah, it is
Right.
Heijo. I didn't want to call him out on it. But yeah, the thing is, so I'm taking this one class, electromagnetic engineering, right?
Oh, that sounds like ass.
It's literally the hardest like undergraduate course that all electrical engineers have to take, right?
Yeah, that sounds like turbo aids. Like that's.
Yeah, and I talked with a friend of mine who's a physics major. He had to take a very similar course, and he told me about it, and I was kind of looking forward to it. I was kind of looking forward to the challenge.
Just why the fuck would anybody look forward to electromagnetism?
Just because this past year has been like all easy courses, and so I didn't really have to study that much. Now I'm like in a course that's gonna require me to study, and so like going into it, I was like optimistic, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna like study a lot, and then I go into it, and then like literally 20 minutes into it, she goes over Maxwell's equations, and like another 20 minutes, I'm like destroyed. I'm like, I have no idea what any of this is, right? And this semester, I was like, you know what? Like, this is the semester. I'm gonna get a 4.0 this semester. I'm gonna get on that dean's list. And then I go to 20 minutes of EMAG, and I'm just like, never mind, that's not happening. Yeah.
There goes my dreams.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And the funny thing is that there's actually an electromagnetic engineering 2 course, right? Like this is technically electromagnetic engineering 1, and EMAG 2 is offered up as an elective, right? But the funny thing is it hasn't been taken in like 7 years, right?
What do you mean it hasn't been taken?
Like it hasn't, like no one's signed up for it in 7 years.
For a class in 7 years, it has not been a class.
Yeah.
But the university offers it.
Yeah,
Are you taking it?
No, I'm taking the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first
So that
one
means
in
no
7
one's gonna
years
take the
this
second one.
course.
Nobody takes the second one. I think the people who like actually sign up for the second one are put into like the physics one, because that one's a little bit harder. But yeah.
Also because nobody signs up for it.
Yeah. And also, I'm also taking like a history course, right? Just because I need to take it, right?
Oh, you have like the elective for it.
Yeah. And I go into it, I'm just like, yo, this is like easy as shit. I picked a chill professor, and I had an assignment due yesterday that I forgot to do. So you know, I'm already off to a good start on that.
Real fucking nice.
Yeah. So you know, there it is. Yeah. But like, I kind of care, but at the same time, I don't really care that much. Like,
that's kind of the mood I have, I'm being honest.
Because you and I are kind of at the point where like our GPA won't change as much, right?
That's true.
Like whatever your GPA is.
By just like the amount of data we have behind it.
Right, exactly. So like unless you were to do a semester where you like retake all of your like worst classes, or all the classes you did like horrible in, like
which I'm thinking about for 1 or 2 classes.
Oh really?
Yeah, I might do it for organic chemistry, and I might do it for medical technology.
Yeah, but unless you do that and like actually get a giant GPA boost from them, like your GPA at your senior year is typically gonna stay the same. So in my mind, I'm just thinking like if I get like a B- in this class, I'll be fine with that. So you know.
See, that's just the biggest mood, because I'm kind of in the same boat with microbial physiology, because we just start off as like, yeah, you should have learned the beginning of this class last semester, which for me was 2 semesters ago with biochemistry. So he just jumps straight into like 3 different like pathways to break down different sugars.
Oh Jesus!
And then he starts talking about UTIs for about 30 minutes.
Oh God! Ew.
So I'm like, all right, cool, this is happening.
Yeah.
Great.
In EMAG, the very first day, she says you took Cal 3, right?
Oh God.
I mean, but yeah. You went over like vector calculus and stuff, right?
Oh God.
And like
yeah.
and like divergence and like
no.
curls and stuff like that.
No, don't bring this back for me.
Just listen to what I'm about to say. So she said we're gonna have our very first exam is gonna be on the 18th of September. It's gonna be 1 question, and it's gonna be just vector calculus, right? It's just gonna be math, right? And for me, I did pretty okay with Cal 3. I took another course called Advanced Engineering Math, which is essentially all just vector calculus and Cal 3 stuff. And in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, like I'm a little rusty, but I did really well in those courses before. As long as she goes over them in class, like I'll be in good shape, right?
She didn't, did she?
I think that in my mind, and then she immediately says, we're not going to go over it in class verbatim. And I'm like, all right, fuck, that's good.
You're supposed to have all of this memorized forever.
She has some stuff on e-learning, but I'm still like massively fucked. And it's 9% of our grade too.
Oh,
so
shit.
I'm like shit. I'm really nervous.
Yeah, you're just gonna be outright fucked.
Yeah. That's the only class that I'm really worried about though. Everything else, like I think I'll be fine.
See, with me, either my stuff's gonna be piss easy, or it's gonna be the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
So I don't know how my life is gonna turn out this semester just yet, but I shall see. I'm learning a lot about fats though, so I can finally research my cousin.
I was about to say.
Research your cousin, yeah.
So yeah, today I took like 3 hours and I took all the pop figures from my storage unit, laid them all out, took pictures of every single one of them, posted them all up on OfferUp.
Hell
You
yeah.
got a reply for one of those
I already got 6 replies.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah. And one of them is for like a whole set of like 7 or 8 pop figures that might get rid of at the same time.
Nice. So you're gonna give them like a bundle price or something?
Yeah, if I'm bundling stuff together, I lower it, but yeah.
Nice.
Most of the stuff I lowered the price because I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my philosophy at the one pop swap meet that I went to. I was
Yeah.
like, man, I just want to get rid of this shit. Okay, cool. I sold off like 20 pops and got like 3. That's a win.
Mm-hmm.
That was totally fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I think I've really gotten down my collection to like just stuff that I just really want. There might be, I'd say about 10 maybe
Mm-hmm.
that are like in boxes that I don't really want, but
Yeah.
then I'll probably go back through and take a look. Meanwhile, the more expensive figures, those are starting to not build up, but I'm trying to get some more of those and they look nicer.
What do you mean?
I'm starting to get like Nendoroids and like other figures.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait till you start getting into Sideshow. You get $500 Darth Maul figures.
Yeah, that's your life.
Oh man.
So far, I've seen nothing from them that I want, and I'm not going to take a look because I'm not about to get on an installment plan to pay
Yep.
for a toy.
I am on 2 installment plans for 2 separate toys.
Was it the Obi-Wan and the Darth Maul?
No, I'm not getting the Obi-Wan. I'm getting the Darth Maul, and then I'm getting the Mondo Mr. Freeze, which is understandable.
Yeah,
that
that
Mr.
was-
Freeze is sick as fuck.
Yeah. I wish I was on that for the Harley and the Marceline ones that I saw there.
See, that's the thing, is the Harley one, me and Casey were actually going to get you for your birthday.
Aw, dude.
But we just ran out of the fucking payment plan disappeared by the time, and I was like, $300 at once is a lot.
Yeah. Oh well, that would have been sweet, but it
Yeah.
is what it is.
We were going to try and bundle that shit for birthday and Christmas all together, but
Yeah.
fucking no.
Oh, speaking of things being bought, was there any updates on the Steven Universe records or no?
Not that I didn't get any emails.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just taking a look at them.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any emails from them. But my Venture Brothers shirts are shipping soon.
Oh, that's right, because you got on that one where you just bought all the shirts.
All the shirts.
I can't believe they do it once per episode.
Yeah, they do a new shirt for this one.
Okay, yeah.
They do a new shirt for every episode.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they've been doing it since like season. I know they did it last season and the season before and the season before, but I don't know if they did it in the first like 3 seasons.
I mean, this season's a season to get them for too.
True. Casey, you should watch Venture Brothers.
Yes, Casey, you should. It's fucking mental.
And also, I'm actually buying like the DVDs for the whole series, so I might loan them to you.
I mean, I don't really have a medium through which to watch DVDs. Even like my laptop, whenever I try to watch DVDs on it, it's like kind of hard. But is it on Netflix?
No, I've told you this like
Yeah,
6
yeah,
times.
You
It's
have.
on
I
Hulu.
never. Yeah, I don't.
And Hulu honestly isn't a good way to watch it because they cut off like
They have,
where
like, ads,
where the
right?
commercial. No, there's no ads. But at the commercial where the commercial breaks would have been, they cut off I'd say about 3 to 5 seconds earlier than the actual show would. So it kind of cuts off with some of the jokes.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Is that just with Venture Brothers? Or with
Yeah,
every
no,
show?
it's Venture Brothers. I don't know if they do it with the other Adult Swim shows because I haven't watched them, but still.
That's a stupid choice among many others Hulu has made.
Mm.
Fucking river monsters. Monsters.
Amazon Prime has all of it. Rivermont, they only have 5 through 7.
No, that's not even like
Amazon
the newest.
Prime. Amazon Prime has all 9 seasons.
Yeah, so if it's 5 through 7, that's
Which
not even
doesn't
like
make
the
sense.
newest seasons. If it was like seasons 6, 7, and 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, like I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's like some of the newer ones.
No.
Not
5 through 7.
5 through 7.
It's such a weird set.
It's better than Drake and Josh. With Drake and Josh, they have like a select, like, I'd say some season, one season they only have 2 episodes. The rest of the seasons, they have, I would say, out of a total of maybe like 20 episodes, they have like 6 to 5.
So it's not even like a full season. It's just
No.
like, of this season, we're going to have these episodes.
Correct.
Wait, why?
That, you're asking me?
I mean, I don't.
Because Hulu's stupid.
True.
I would never touch it unless I probably would have never touched it if it wasn't for the Spotify student getting me Hulu. But even then, now that I have that on the Spotify family, I don't have it, so I don't see a fucking point.
Yeah. No, I have Hulu because I can. It's the only service that has Malcolm in the Middle anymore.
Mm.
And plus, yeah. Plus, it's better for TV than Netflix is now, I think, because I can watch more interesting shows.
Well,
because Netflix
yeah.
has all the
like they have like the originals.
Netflix is like slowly just like making their own stuff.
Yeah,
like kind
and-
of like taking everything that's not theirs.
and
like,
they're losing everything that is like, I'd say, important. Anything, all the like weird series.
Yeah, they basically only have like The Office and Parks and Rec.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna go see whatever that fucking movie was.
I'm gonna sell a pop figure first.
All right. See you guys after the flick.
Very, very top tier case.
I think we might have gotten that like barely on the recording too.
What?
So I think we might have barely gotten that in the recording too.
The burp?
Yeah, I heard it from inside my car.
Nice.
That was
very
good.
nice.
I belched myself, but I have a sore throat.
Because the fudge packing from earlier.
No, fudge packing's in the ass. This is more lollipopping. You know, getting that good slurp. Why are you messing with my shit? Oh, did you
This
put
is
Gus?
mine.
Because I didn't realize you put
This
Gus
is
in the
mine.
fucking glove box.
I put anything that's not like just anything that's somewhat valuable in glove box. Keys in glove box always.
That is
Why would you
true.
put the keys in the glove
Like,
box?
well, no, the keys when I'm passenger.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay,
Because you
that's
don't
fair.
leave your keys sitting out in the
I
car.
was to say, like, why would you put your own keys in the glove box? That's how you lock yourself in.
That's not
I
how
know,
shit
because
works.
Casey had to save my ass from doing that one time.
Wait, what?
Remember when you had to drive me my keys to work because I locked my own keys in my car? So I had to invade my house.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
While no one was home. In fact, you've done that for me twice now.
Oh, the second time was just to put the
Just put a record on it. Put a record on my bed.
Yeah.
Why was the record required to be on your bed?
Because I didn't want my parents to think somebody broke into my house to put a record on a table. So I put it on my bed so they wouldn't see it. So they wouldn't freak out. It's like, why? How'd this record make its way into our house? Because we were all on vacation.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you were.
Oh, that was the big crit, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the big
Okay.
crit, which made me big pissed.
Yeah, because it got dented. It's fucked.
More like big bent
True.
instead of big bank.
Doesn't work as well, but still.
Yeah, true. I mean, it plays fine, which is what I can really ask for. The records themselves look fine, but it's just I wish the packaging was better taken care of.
True.
And I partially blame myself because I ordered it right before going on vacation. But how was I expect to get 3-day shipping on something that said
I
like
told
2
you it
weeks?
showed up quick. I
It was
told
like-
you, man, that shit showed up so fast for me, it wasn't even funny.
It was ridiculous.
True.
So we just saw Searching. I would say my expectations were fulfilled. The plot itself was interesting at points, though mainly I would say go see it for a more presentation style. It's like something what you can do on a technical level for a movie and just the adherence to a theme, which I thought was good, though there are parts where I thought it was like they were either obviously cheating or stuff like shit. Am I good? Where they're obviously cheating, or they were just like, why would they have that application open at this time? Or
So it's not a good story, but the mode in which they tell the story is good.
that's exactly what I'm saying. The presentation of the story was pretty good, and I would say the story was all right too. It just wasn't anything like mind blowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in that case, I would probably give it a B, just because I'd say it's worth seeing, but it's nothing stellar. Like I wouldn't even give it a C. Like I wouldn't give it a C because like it wasn't boring. I was engaged throughout most of the movie, and I will say some of the twists they had were, I wouldn't say you couldn't ever see them coming, but they were certainly interesting. So yeah, that's what I'll give it. I'll give it a B.
See, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking B.
Yeah.
And I do think I like the story more than you. I very much enjoyed this story.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I love the story, but it's just I think I've seen better.
There are some. Oh no, trust me, there is better. But what was it? Everything that was a quote unquote twist. Casey, what's a twist? I didn't see most of those coming. Some parts they did some stuff in the movie, and I'm like, this is kind of dumb, but okay, I'll go along with it.
Yeah, I think I felt that way. You have to tell me about what parts you thought were dumb
Yeah.
in the spoiler section.
But I think it was pretty good. It was definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Well,
No,
I didn't think it was going to be bad. I thought it was going to be mediocre, and it was better than what I thought it was.
Yeah,
Gonna be.
why?
I'll put that.
That's why it's a B instead of a C, correct?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed what I had.
Now, I'll say this on the twists. I saw all but the very last one coming, in my opinion. But that's just, I'll explain myself in a bit.
So I'm gonna disagree with you guys, and I'm gonna give this movie a C.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, the story was all right. It got a little bit all over the place towards the end with the twists and everything. And that I didn't really. What's the twist? Yeah, that I didn't really. That I felt like, I don't know. It was a bit all over the place, and it seemed. I don't know. I didn't think it was done very well with the twists. It was done all right, but I don't know. It wasn't my.
I do think that you are right that the very last one can be handled better, but they definitely did plant smaller seeds throughout the entire movie.
They 100% did.
So
I don't know,
it's not like it came out of nowhere, but
Yeah.
I will say the explanation was a tad BS. Like
Yeah.
it really could have been something else.
Yeah, but also when it comes to like the way that it was presented, the only other thing that I've ever seen that I could compare it to in terms of like the way this movie was shot would be Chronicle. Have you guys seen Chronicle?
I love Chronicle.
Chronicle is an
It's like
amazing
that's one of
movie.
the ones that's like one of the found footage type movies.
Right, yeah, it was like a found footage kind of thing, which is kind of similar to what this is in the sense that like you don't get like a cohesive, you don't get like a very straightforward like plot. You have to see things through the lens of a camera, and that's what I was.
Technically, you have to do that with all the movies.
Yeah, see, I was just.
Well, I
thinking
mean, fuck off. But yeah, I was comparing it to that the entire time, and that movie was really, really, really good, and a movie that I really love, and it didn't live up to it, and so.
Well, first of all, is you can't really compare Chronicle to this because those are two vastly
Well,
different
yeah, I
movies.
understand that, but also the mode.
Like,
I think-
it's very different movies.
I understand that, but like even through the mode of which like Chronicle was like portrayed through like the found footage stuff.
But even then,
I think was a bit more interesting of a medium than through which this movie.
No, because see, Chronicle still had some parts where it wasn't just found footage. The closest thing to this, if you're talking about found footage, would be Cloverfield, and that's because that was all found footage. The
Right,
whole movie
yeah.
was quote unquote found footage.
Yeah. But I'm just saying in the sense that like having to see things like through the lens of a camera in their world, right? That's kind of the way that I was comparing it to. Not necessarily found footage, but just like having the characters either look directly into like interact with the camera in order
address
for us
the
to get
camera
any
and the person
information.
behind the camera. Yeah.
Yeah,
But they don't
so-
really address the camera in this movie. They just address each other.
Well, yeah, but I mean, do you get what I'm saying?
I
That, like, they have
kinda
to,
get the
like,
idea.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like they have to like there still has to be a camera and it still has to be on for us to get any information.
Well,
Right?
duh, that's how they film movies.
Right. Okay. Shut up. Shut up. I mean, within the context of the movie itself, the characters have to be within a general area of a camera within their world that is on, and that is the way that we, as an audience, get information. Is that a better explanation for you? Is that
Oh,
a
are you
better
flipping me
explanation?
off or that guy?
That car.
But yeah, and I think through that kind of medium, like, and even Cloverfield, I'm assuming does like a better job of it as well. But I mean, I don't know. It's still just like a kind of meh movie to me, in the sense that the story was all right. It wasn't anything spectacular, and then the medium didn't really like catch my attention. I'll admit that it was clever. The way that they used it was really was clever, and that they used it well. But it just wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. So yeah, it gets a C for me.
So we have the British Broadcasting Corporation here on a Draft House Drive. So let's go ahead and go to
I
the
get
spoilers. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 spoilers. So
What was the thing that pissed you off, or like that you didn't enjoy?
me?
Me?
Oh, him.
You said something specifically about like.
No, there was just some parts where I was like, oh, this is kind of dumb. Like when he was talking to the uncle, that I thought when he's like, I was just giving her weed because you don't talk to her enough. I'm like, okay, move on. We get it.
Yeah.
Move on. But yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I found dumb was just like, why would they have just like random camera apps up at times? Like, I get like they need to have it so they can have his face on screen so it's a bit more relatable to the audience. But what would the in-universe reason be? Does he just not close out of like FaceTime?
I think so.
Is that?
I think that's the best explanation you can get. Because that is something that also that doesn't make sense. It's why would you have your webcam on at all
Well, I
times?
think-
Even though it's always on because the government's always watching you.
Oh
Say shit. Well, I think it's one of those. I think it was also kind of like a joke, like an old person joke,
understand how to code something doesn't mean you know how to like properly use it in like a socially normal context.
Well, yeah, sure, but I'm pretty sure like the name of the company also had the word app in it, so that's kind of what led me there. And plus, it was in Silicon Valley, and Silicon Valley is like
True.
the tech like capital of the world, and it's mainly for like coders and stuff. So, you know, that's just
Well, I'm just saying, like, my dad knows how to use his phone. He just doesn't know, like, the socially correct way to use, like, emojis.
Right.
Or that it's weird to play the same phone game for several years straight. And the fact that it's Frozen, Ice Breaker. No, it's Frozen Candy Crush, that's what it is.
Like,
I mean,
Like, the movie Frozen.
you're kidding me.
I'm not.
No way.
In your dad's defense, I did spend a lot of my time in lab this summer playing 2048. So.
Well, you have a reason, because your phone is shit, and that's the only
true.
game it can run.
That is true.
Anything else you download ain't gonna fucking work.
You're like, there's like 25% truth to that. Because I did download a game, and I have been playing it for a little bit, but it's glitchy as shit, and it lags like a bitch.
Exactly.
So
2048 is the only game that will work, like, completely.
And chess.
the most
Yes.
intense processing power game needed. Like, it's not like they had computer chess back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Your dad plays fucking
Frozen.
Frozen Candy Crush.
Yeah.
what the fuck is up with that?
What kind of 4-year-old white girl is he?
What the fuck
I
is-
don't know.
Wait, Frozen isn't like the
movie.
The movie.
Oh,
Disney movie.
shit.
I don't understand. And he says he's been trying to beat this one level for like 30 days.
Oh, I hate that though. I hate that so much. I used to play Candy Crush, and there would always be that one level that you just couldn't beat. God.
Yeah.
I understand his pain.
See, I'll give him this. He's a persistent motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, no shit.
he will not give up. Oh, but yes. So, like I said, the thing about the final twist in this movie, which reveals that the detective is actually the one behind the murder, or quote unquote murder, was that her son. She was the murderer, and that her son was like kind of role playing with the daughter without the daughter really knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Catfishing, essentially.
Yeah, weird. They would go to Catfish High. Their high school
Was he-
is at home of the catfish.
Nice.
Kids.
That's actually pretty clever. I'll give him that.
Okay, alright.
But no, like it. So that's a pretty nice bit of foreshadowing. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But no. So yeah, he was actually catfishing her, but not like in a romantic sort of way. At least not. It wasn't two-way romantic.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I think that part could have been done, as in setting it up more earlier in the movie, or like revealing or talking more about the son, because they did say the son isn't exactly the most honest person.
Obviously considered. Well, because
Oh, yeah,
the
'cause
only
they had that story about like his,
Yes.
that was the only bit of information we really had about him until the end.
Yes, so that's why I'm saying they could have done more foreshadowing on it. But the
Well,
thing
I mean,
is
there
if
was-
you did more, it might become
It would
obvious.
exactly. That's the problem. Is if they did more, then it would have been.
Yeah.
It would have been like, oh, he's the one who did it.
Yeah.
It would have been pushed more towards that.
But I will say they did set up a really good red herring with the uncle, with his weed just being right at the morning, there in the counter. You put it away, and then you think, oh shit, it was probably some kind of narcotics deal, like the detective suggested. And
Now, see, I thought they were diddling.
yeah, no, same here for whatever reason.
No, it makes sense because she's like, "Are you ready for tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, that was fun."
Yeah.
That's post-sex talk.
Yeah. So I thought that too. I'm like, oh shit, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully it was just weed.
Yeah.
A lot more family friendly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, friendly.
So now we need to fucking watch Prisoners. We need to watch Prisoners so bad.
Oh, that's one made by the guy who did the Alien Language movie.
Yes, and the guy who did Blade Runner 2049.
Oh.
Same dude. And it has Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's so good.
With Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Interesting.
Jake Gyllenhaal is a detective and Hugh Jackman is dad.
Oh, Dad. I heard dead, and then I started crying because of Logan.
You said it's about the same guy that did
Blade Runner 2049 and Arrival.
Denny Villeneuve.
Yes. Dennis.
Dennis.
No, actually, the thing is,
I know it's French.
He's French,
It
yeah.
says
Villeneuve.
Dennis.
Yeah. And technically, it only has one end, so it's more like Denis.
Denis.
Denis, like penis. One end.
In case he said the pee-pee word.
Yeah, so we need to watch Prisoners because this whole time I was like, okay, this is good, but Prisoners is better.
But like I said, besides that last bit, I think everything else was pretty well sold, pretty well set up.
Yeah.
Like there was good red herrings. So like I said, the story was good, but like I said, it didn't blow me away because of all the setup. I saw a good chunk of it coming.
Two things that I really enjoyed was after they found out that she was missing, or after they thought she was dead or whatever, when the friend who's like, oh yeah, I barely knew her, made that video, and it got like 1 million views because she's like, I miss her so much. She's
Yeah.
my best friend. And then the other thing, which is something that I just think was very accurate for now, was when they were like, oh yeah, the dad did it, and they were like tweeting at yeah, that was like, yep, that's
the modern life.
yeah. You have access to everyone. It's not good.
Yeah.
I will say I wasn't a very big fan of the way they like had her, like it was an investigation and then they like had her dead, right? She was proclaimed dead and then all of a sudden she was like proclaimed alive again, right?
Well, I mean,
like,
that can happen.
Yeah,
but
that
yeah,
can
but I
happen.
don't know. I don't really like. I don't know. I think it was a bit too choppy, you know.
I thought it was a pretty clever commentary on media nowadays, where everybody wants a quick answer like that, and then everybody jumps to conclusions.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. It just wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of like. I guess that.
Well, because she was originally proclaimed alive until
They got the confession.
Until they got the confession, and then
Right,
she was
yeah.
only proclaimed alive again after the guy was like, "Hey,
She might be alive.
No.
She might have water. She might have had water.
Well, until
There was a storm.
well, it wasn't even that. It was just like she wasn't really proclaimed alive until she was like actually in the hospital.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it wasn't even like the dad was just like, "Holy shit! Hold up! There was rain. She could have had water 3 days after she was dumped in there. Possibly, she could have survived for 2 extra days if she was sipping rainwater." Which, personally, I
That-
think is complete bullshit.
That is
Yeah, I
no,
think so,
100% is complete
Which,
bullshit.
I mean, yeah, there was a happy ending, but personally, in this type of movie, I wanted everyone to suffer. That's
Wait, what's 100 over 24?
100 over
Wait,
24.
give me a second. Let me do that real quick.
It's probably about what, 4 something?
Yeah, it's like 4.16 repeating.
Okay. Water.
I mean, it does. No, that does. Yeah, because I think, and you're the bio major, so feel free to correct me. But from what I can remember is that I saw this from like a show. I think the human body can go 100 hours without water, right?
Okay, a little over 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, a little over 4 days. And
I mean, I don't remember
so
this
I guess it kind of makes sense that like at the 2-day mark they had a convenient way for her to get some water,
Mhm.
but at the same time, like she'd probably be unconscious at that point, right?
Well,
If she was pushed down a 50-foot cliff,
oh no question.
see,
And
I thought that alone would have killed her.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
that
was-
alone should have killed her.
number one, that number two, when they show us the cliff, you're like, oh yeah, you're dead.
Yeah. See, no, like that's. I get wanting to have like a happier ending at the end of this, but no, honestly, in this type of movie, I don't want happy. I want everyone to be just fucking dead, like just emotionally done.
Yeah, I
with
know
life.
what you mean. Yeah.
I just want extra despair. Like,
I wanted it to be happy.
yeah, well, too bad. You got
Not
what you
too
wanted.
bad. I got what I wanted. It's too bad for you.
But I mean, aside from that bullshit cop out, in my opinion, because that's what it is. It's a fucking cop out.
Yeah.
But beyond that, and then, like I said, a few things could have handled better than the final twist. Again, serviceable. That's why I'm still giving it a B.
I think we should. I think that John Cho, his performance was very good.
Yes, very
He
much so.
pretty much carried the whole movie by himself.
Well,
Yeah,
he was
For
like the only
majority of
one. Yeah, he was like the only real character
Yeah.
besides him and the detective. Everyone else is kind of a voice.
There's another movie that I've heard. It either stars Tom Hardy or Jason Statham. I can't remember which one.
What is it about?
It's about this guy answering phone calls while he's driving, and it's an hour and a half long, and it's just one of them in the car answering phone calls and talking to people about some stuff, and I can't remember what it's about, but it's apparently a very good movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's Mad Max Fury Road. Since you said Tom Hardy and Cars.
I'm gonna check and see if that is Tom Hardy.
That sounds like what were the phone calls about? Do you know? 'Cause that sounds
I haven't seen it.
that sounds like a really weird premise for a movie.
So with this, if someone told it to you,
Well, I mean, sure, but like, well, no, I saw. I mean, No, because with this movie, you could say like, oh, it's about a man trying to look for his daughter who's missing, and it's told through the lens of social media and technology.
Yeah, it was Tom Hardy. The movie's called Locke. It has an 81 on Metacritic.
Okay, wait, give us the description. What does it say?
Ivan Locke, a dedicated family man and successful construction manager, receives a phone call on the eve of the biggest challenge of his career that sets in motion a series of events that threaten his carefully cultivated existence.
What was I gonna say about this movie as well? Because that movie sounded. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I think that's what it is. It really shows that despite this modern age of just vast information, how more. Okay, here's how it is.
How rapid.
No, it's despite how connected we are, it really shows how isolated we are.
Yeah.
Because like that connectedness really isolates us. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, I was watching a video about mental health and social media, and it turns out that's actually one of the biggest, like, topics of research is how does this paradox even fucking work? Like, obviously, you know, we're spending more of our time online interacting with people rather than in person interacting with people. And it's not the same.
No, absolutely.
So, I love how it brings up that, and how, I guess, Margot, the daughter, was really needing some kind of connection or attention, and that's just what led down this horrible path. I mean, I just thought that was a clever commentary there. So, hold on, let me turn it over here. That's what it is. See, I'm starting to remember things because that's the Taco Bell landmark that I used to remember on my way home. See, I'm starting to know my way around.
Have you had the new, was it like the double meat chalupa box?
The fuck?
Bro,
No, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a hot minute.
It's like, so do you remember like the old chalupa that they had where it was like a taco with like the soft bread inside it?
Yeah.
But on the inside of but in between the soft bread and the corn tortilla, it was like cheese.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's like cheese and beef.
Bro,
it's really good.
Bro,
It's good, dude.
I need that.
It's good.
I want it.
Ooh.
Too bad I'm about to shit myself.
Do you need to shit at my house?
I might have to.
That's completely okay with me.
I'm gonna destroy
We
your
can watch
toilet.
the new internet comment etiquette video about shaking a turd out your pant leg.
I'm not going to watch that. That is disgusting.
It doesn't show big poo-poos. It's just like you just see a little blur on the
That's still disgusting.
bottom corner.
It's just gross. Man, you think the peak of comedy is a dude slapping his dick and a turd flying out of his butt.
Wait. That's so funny. That's so funny, man.
See, what did I fucking tell you? Casey?
Hey, you know you laughed at that when you saw it.
No, I was grossed out.
It's so funny.
I laughed at you laughing at it because you're a fucking retard. Casey, this is what I deal with every Wednesday.
I hate you both.
You're welcome to your worst nightmare.
And false. That is not the peak of comedy. The peak of comedy is what kind of my soap tastes like Pepsi. That is the peak of comedy.
I fucking hate you. Casey, be glad you're not married to this motherfucker like I am. It's like when you take handcuffs, but instead of, handcuffing each other's wrists, you just handcuff it around the scrote between two bros. It's just, it's a hard life.
I already have like 8 messages about all the shit I put up on OfferUp last night
Hooray!
or tonight.
All right. So that was searching. I'm searching for a new meaning in life.
You can poop in my toilet if you want.
I'll be searching for Quentin's toilet. And we'll be... Hold up, I need to fucking stop this. God help. Okay. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.